something big coming up on your screen. Just settle back and relax, cause you're gonna get a whole lot of singing, a whole lot of laughing, a whole lot of loving from Dean.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dean Martin and Bing Crosby.
Take a look at yourself. You can look at others differently by putting your hand in the hand of the man from Galilee. Put your hand in the hand of the man who stilled the water. Put your hand in the hand of the man who calmed the sea. Take a look at yourself. You can look at others differently by putting your hand in the hand of the man from Galilee. Lay some happiness on me, so the brighter side you'll see. No more loneliness to be. Lay some happiness on me. Spill that cup of trouble and sorrow, sooner the better for you. Oh, baby, baby, fill it up with the happy tomorrow. We got some living to do. Lay some happiness on me, so the brighter side you'll see. No more loneliness to be. Lay some happiness on me. Oh, put your hand in the hand of the man who stilled the water. Put your hand in the hand of the man who calmed the sea. Take a look at yourself. You can look at others differently by putting your hand in the hand of the man from Galilee. Oh,
Great having you back on the show.
good to be here. Did you say, I noticed you got 2 poles this year, huh?
Yeah, we bought them secondhand from Raquel Welch. She used them as curb feelers.
Curb feelers. What's that about?
Well, I don't know. You always look so great. What's your secret?
Me, a secret?
Yeah.
Well, I tell what I do, Dean. I always manage, or I try to manage, to get at least 12 hours of sleep at night.
Is that hard to do?
Well, not when you're married. But, Dean, the most important thing, you have to keep regular hours. For instance, what's the first thing you do in the morning?
I usually shower, shave, and go home.
That's the trouble, Dean. Too much moonshine, not enough sunshine. You got to get away from it all. Tell you what you ought to do. If you really want to improve your health, why don't you come out to the farm with me?
Oh, I don't think so,
Oh,
Bing.
listen, I just happen to have a farm right here with me. Why don't you come on out and help me with some chores?
You got a farm on you?
Be a good neighbor, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Go to the farm.
Dean, the most important chore around any farm is milking the cow. Now, all you have to do is just sit on that stool there, grab a hold of those udders, and pull.
I don't know, Bing.
Come on. What are you afraid of?
I'm getting my face slapped. That's what
Oh, so what? Think of all the wonderful memories you'll have to look back on.
I don't mean to be a party pooper, but music is a little bit in my line, you know.
Well, that makes it easy. I'll show you how to do it musical. Come on. Take a seat. First, you put your 2 knees close up tight. Then you sway them to the left. You sway them to the right. You step around the floor, kind of nice and right.
Well, I've been lucky so far.
You're gonna stretch your loving arms right out into space.
Bing, I can't do it not to a strange cow.
Go ahead. She likes you.
Yeah, but will she respect me afterward?
What's the matter now?
How come I always get stuck with the ugly one?
It's not true. She's not ugly at all. She's just not contented. You know, it's a proven fact that cows give a lot more milk if they're contented.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but what do I got to do to make a contender?
The Dean Martin Show, starring Richard Castellano, Bing Crosby, with Tom Bosley, Lou Jacoby, Marion Mercer, Clair McMahon, Rip Taylor. Gentlemen, Clair and McMahon.
We usually work with 2 chairs, but tonight we're working with 3 because we're expecting a visitor. It's kind of a family reunion.
This is one of those special moments when a man who has been out in the world making a successful career for himself pays a long-awaited visit to his married sister and her husband, and he's very eager to share his accomplishments with them. Oh, Barney! Oh, how wonderful to see you,
Good to
friend.
see you,
Barney's
too.
here. Well, we've just about given you up. It's been years. Sit down. No, sit right there. That's
Is it
more
here?
comfortable.
Oh,
well,
thank
you
you.
must have loads to tell us.
Hello. Welcome to our humble home. No, sit down. I was just in there building a football cabinet for the boys, you know. They're holy terrors, those 2.
Fred's a dyed-in-the-wool do-it-yourselfer.
The trick about building a cabinet in that corner is you have to brace it
Oh,
underneath.
come on, sit down, Fred. Barney doesn't want to hear about that. Well, now tell us all. Now, you will stay over at least one night. Now, we can easily put you up, can't we, Fred? There's an old mattress somewhere.
There's no old mattress.
Well, there is, Fred.
Well, there is
Well,
not.
Fred, I know there is. Aunt Tilly's old mattress. You remember you griped so about having to cart it over from the old house? So, that's settled. Well, how is the career going?
Oh, pretty good, actually. I just won an Academy Award. As a matter of fact,
Oh, my, I haven't seen a movie in years. Last movie I saw was The Sound of Music.
No, it wasn't The Sound of Music.
Oh, it was, too.
Well, it was not.
Fred, I know it was. What was it if it wasn't The Sound of Music?
Well, I don't know, but I know it wasn't The Sound of Music.
Oh, how would you know anyway? You fall asleep in every movie.
Oh, I do not.
Oh, he does too. He falls asleep in every movie. In fact, one time he snored so loud the usher had to come down and shake him and wake him up. You remember that,
Oh, well, nuts. It was Dr. Zhivago.
Fred? Oh, well, maybe it was. I stand corrected. Anyway, The Sound of Music was marvelous.
You can have that, Dr. Zhivago.
So wholesome. It's such a relief to be able to take your family to a movie and not have to put up with all that smut. So, what else is new?
well, that's about it. Just the Academy Award thing.
Still at that acting racket, huh?
Yeah, still plugging away.
It's a tough business, isn't it? Show business, tough.
Yeah, it takes a long time to...
Oh, Barney, I have to tell you, we have a dog. Remember, I always told you I never could stand dogs. I never would have one. Now we have a dog.
Oh, tell Barney what Lady did to you.
Oh, I'm so funny. She chewed my cheek.
No, the strawberry jam.
Oh, that's what you say. She thinks she's human. And she just loves strawberry jam. And the other night at dinner, she came in and she put her paws right on the table and stood on her hind legs and said, I want some and I'm not leaving till I get it. But I want to hear about you. Now tell me, which do you prefer, the movies or the stage? Because I was in a play at church a year ago Christmas, and I found that contact with the live audience was so stimulating.
That wasn't a year ago Christmas.
Well, it was too.
Was
Frank.
not.
Oh, I know it was because Aunt Tilly was here.
It's her mattress you have, right?
Right. Oh, that's a story in itself. But anyway, she saw the play, and she said, Helen, you have missed your call.
Yeah, she was darn good in that play.
Oh, well, that's nothing compared with what you've been doing. You know, it's so exciting having a brother off in the big world.
Well, you ought to come out to Hollywood sometime. I'd like you to see my house up in the hills. I got a pool and it overlooks...
Joey, stop that fighting right this minute. The boys, I thought they were out. Stop that fighting, I say. Nothing help you but to send your father in there.
You heard your mother? Is that true, Billy? Did you take Joey's death ray gun? I don't care if he broke 100 of your bayonets. You give him back his death ray gun. Now clean up and come out here and meet your Uncle Barney.
Holy tears, aren't they?
Yeah. They're all boy.
Oh, they woke the baby. Oh, go get Eloise, Fred. Now you'll meet your niece. But, Barney, I want to hear about you. Are you happy?
Well, I was very pleased to win the Academy Award, of course.
I bet.
I didn't even think I'd be in the running, but one day my agent called and said, Barney...
As long as
guess-
you're happy about it, that's the main thing. You know, you have a very smart niece, only 9 months old, and she already knows what her toes are.
Really?
Oh, I'm sure of it. Oh, here she is, Mama's precious wishes. Is you sweetie, look who's here. Say hello, Barney. That's your Uncle Barney. Oh, she sees you. Would you like to hold her?
Oh, no.
Oh, go ahead. Don't be such a sissy. She won't break. See, she likes you. Talk to her.
I just won the Academy Award.
Has she done something? Oh, you have done something. Is that any way to say hello to Uncle Barney, Fred?
Oh, no, I changed her last
Well,
time.
I'm not going to argue about it. Just hand me the diapers. Naughty girl, naughty girl.
She sure needs a lot of changing lately.
I know I'm going to have to get more bulk in her diet. She may grow up to be a singer someday. She's trying to sing. Or how you memorize all those lines, I'll never know.
No, you may not go out into the backyard. You will come in here and you will meet your Uncle Barney.
What's gotten into those two? You know, Barney, I'm so glad that we got the chance to have this little chat. Most families just don't know how to communicate. Well, for heaven's sake.
Well, what kind of a brother have you got? He walked out of here without saying a word.
Well, don't worry about it, Fred. He always was such a bore.
Well, Richard, this is where we have we take a station break here.
Station break?
Yeah, that's when we give all our stations around the country a chance to go to the restroom. Would you like to help me with the announcement?
Well, sure. What do I have to say?
Well, I'll show you. You, cue card person.
Here I am, Mr. Martin.
Statuesque, isn't she?
Yeah, can't wait for the unveiling. But where are the cue cards?
Oh, you see, Richard, the words aren't written on cue cards.
No? Well, where are they written?
You tell them, honey.
All over my body.
Oh, she really knows how to turn a phrase, doesn't she?
You make out the words, okay, Richard?
Oh, yeah, I have perfect 36, 24, 36 vision.
Okay, then you read the capital letters and I'll read the small letters.
She doesn't seem to have any small letters.
I know that. All right, then you read it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be... hey, Dean, why is that I dotted 3 times?
It's not. It's just 1 dot and 2 freckles.
Well, please, miss, would you stop laughing? It's like trying to read a bowl of jelly.
Yeah.
We'll be right back, so don't go away. Say, Dean, how much do you pay this girl?
$1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah, $100 for letting us write the words on and $900 for letting us rub them off. Words of Henry Kissinger, who once said, if there's so much hate in the world, how do you account for the population explosion? Anybody in the closet? Raymond Bear! Mr. Bear! What brings you to my closet here?
Well, Dean, I'm collecting today for a very worthy cause, the International Society for the Redemption of Wayward Women. Now, can you spend $10 or spare $10 for a wayward woman?
Well, sure. There's your $10.
Oh, thank you very much. Here's your wayward woman.
See ya. There, goodbye, wayward. Mr. Raymond Bear.
It's time for Cookie for repair. Hey, how are you since I saw you last?
Fino.
Oh, just a second. There goes the Flying Nun. Well, that took care of the Flying Nun. How are you?
Oh, all right.
Well, I want to tell you it's been a good day.
That's good.
Are you ready for my new impression for today's impression?
Yes.
Are you standing or sitting?
Stand.
He's standing. Imitation, now this will kill you. Imitation now of a man looking for landmines. A man looking for landmines. Oh, it's one of those days, isn't it? These roots are not dead. But however, since I saw you last, I've got my book out for you. I wanted to tell you a few things. I'm a little late tonight because I spent 4 hours in a grandfather's clock trying to make a phone call. It's one of those days, isn't it? Oh, gosh. But I found my book that I used to do my nightclub act with, you know. I got some old jokes here. Did you hear the one about the guy that got a job in a winery stepping on grapes, but he got fired? What? They caught him sitting down on the job. They don't get any better, folks. This is it. Thank gosh I know Alexis Smith. Here we are now. Oh, no, that's too dirty. Here's one here. My uncle works in a bloomer factory. He pulls down 1,000 a week.
Oh, dear.
Let's hear something for it. That's what kept me out of the business. You heard the one about the new group called the AAAAA. It's for people who are being driven to drink. I lost them all. Heard about the new... Oh, there's a new face cream out for women at the age of 40. It makes them look young again. It gives them acne. Here's one here. I'm a nervous wreck. I know a girl who went on a diet with garlic and Limburger cheese. She didn't lose any weight, but she looks thinner from a distance. Do you read lips? You know, Kitty Carlisle married Conway Twitty. She'd be Kitty Twitty. Don't you laugh at anything. I'll make it Jerry's number. Now, here's one here. And I said, there goes that show, Rip. Now, did you hear about the guy, the farmer that crossed the Brussels sprout with the leek and got a leaky sprout? I'm gaining on him. I'm almost finished. Now they're laughing. I crossed an apple with a cotton plant and got fruit of the loom. That's it. Oh, you're gonna get it. Let me get all your names. I crossed an owl with a skunk. It still stinks, but it doesn't give a hoot. Hey, that's 3. Let's hear it. In Pasadena, it's Bigelow 9, 4,000. I crossed a sardine with the piranha fish. I don't know what it is, but it's skinless and boneless. Now, you tell Lundin. Go ahead.
I once crossed a midget with an oyster and got mini pearl.
If you laugh at that, I'm going to get you. That's it. I don't need this. I know Ilona Massey, too. Here's one here. Hear about the guy that got caught in the Xerox machine? They just buried 150 copies of him. Here's one. But I quit the business because I was shy. I was always shy, for goodness sake. You opened the refrigerator door and I saw the salad dressing. Maybe it's my delivery that kept me out of the big time, Dean. I don't know what happened. I'm so bashful. A girl once got me in trouble. Here's Dean, you tell the next one.
I crossed a crocodile with an abalone and got a crock-a-baloney.
You're gonna get it. Don't encourage him. He gets the A stuff. And finally, here's my last one. Here had the woman that got a heart transplant from a sheep. Instead of breathing, she goes ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba. Oh, I did try it. Goodbye,
Oh, I knew that. But I didn't know that.
That I knew. But this I didn't.
What are you two reading, huh?
Everything you wanted to know about sex, but were afraid to ask.
Anything about Dean Martin in there, huh?
No.
I'm sure the author was afraid to ask. Gonna have coffee, Mr. Kapopoulos?
Please.
Hey, Vicky, will you hurry it up? How come it takes women so long to get dressed?
How come it takes a certain boyfriend so long to get married, huh? Poor Vicky. Her wedding dress has been in the Sears Roebuck waiting room for 6 years. Oh, Kenny, please.
You gotta freshen up the room, Mom. Steve's coming over, and you know how he hates the smell of coffee.
I know. It makes him get sober. Kenny, while you're at it, will you straighten up your room, too? Because he doesn't like the smell of milk and cookies, either.
Okay, Mom, when you arrive, tell him I'm upstairs.
Okay.
Mrs. Lane, has Kenny read this book on sex?
No, I'm breaking him in slowly. Once a week, I let him stay up late and look at the Jackie Carson show. Want cream and sugar, huh?
Please.
Freddie! Okay, I'm all set. Let's go. Hey, Mom, Freddie rented a camper truck so we could go out in the desert. See you tomorrow, okay?
Wait, but you're going out to spend the night in the desert with him?
Now,
I wouldn't trust him in a sandbox.
Don't you get the wrong idea. I'm just going to look for rock.
Yeah, Freddie's a rock hound.
Well, until this rock hound gets a rock on the third finger of your left hand, no desert.
Oh, don't worry, Mom. We're not going to be alone. There'll be chaperones.
Yeah. My brother's bringing his new girl.
Did you hear that, Mr. Kapopoulos? My daughter is going to spend the night in a camper with a rock specialist.
Sorry, can't help you. This book doesn't cover anything on rock specialists. But there's a great chapter on campers.
Mom, you know I'll be okay. Come on, Freddie.
All right, now don't get yourselves lost out there.
Lost? I know the desert like the back of my hand. Why, I'm an expert, like a pioneer scout. I have been out there dozens of times, and believe me, I know my directions.
Daniel Boone, the door's over here.
Mr. Kapopoulos.
I know what you're going to say, but don't be too hard on him. I'm sure there was a time in your life when you were trapped all night with a man.
Only once. Was in a bowling alley. That was different. I was on my honeymoon. Oh, come on.
Oh, Mrs. Lane, is that somebody's brown bedroll in the driveway with a rope around it?
Oh, it's Vicky's.
Oh, thank you. I thought I ran over a monk.
It must have fallen off the camper. Come on in and sit down, please. No, not there. That's for company.
By the way, I got a buddy coming over to rehearse with Kenny and me. Let me know when he gets here.
Oh, but who is it?
Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby.
The one who went to Gonzaga University? The orange juice tycoon?
Yeah, and he's quite an inventor, too. He mixed that orange juice with vodka and milk of magnesia. Maybe you heard of it, the Phillips screwdriver.
Excuse me. I'm going to the house for a minute. I'll be right back.
Bye-bye. Just think, Bing Crosby. Now my Kenny can play for a real singer. Oh, a man whose trademark is ba-ba-ba-boo instead of a hiccup.
Well, I'll admit that Bing has a smooth voice. He gargles with saddle soap, you know.
Don't you start up, Caruso. Bing Crosby is an inspiring Irish-American Catholic crooner. Who are you, huh?
A staggering Italian-Swiss colony baritone.
I just melt every time I hear Mr. Crosby sing that great song. Every time it rains, Kenny's from heaven.
That's pennies.
Not in my house.
I gotta go upstairs now.
You be nice to Kenny. Remember, if it wasn't for him, you'd still be making clam sauce for Franco-American.
Well, I only did that because they fired me as noodle bender. They caught me making obscene alphabet soup.
Well, what do you think of my old Gonzaga U sweater?
Well, it looks like you ate yourself out of college, huh?
I used to be much shorter in those days. Mrs. Lane, do you realize that I was the second Greek to be admitted to Gonzaga?
That's nice. Who was the first?
Bing Crosby.
Oh.
No, that's true. His real name was Crosmopoulos.
Oh, come on.
I'm telling you, he changed his name to Crosby because they couldn't fit his Greek name on the record labels.
Well, then how did they do it in Greece?
They have very big records. I hope you don't mind if I stay when he gets here. I know how thrilled he'll be to see me.
I only hope he remembers you.
Are you kidding? It was 10 years ago when Crosmopoulos and Kapopoulos put up the money for a new Gonzaga library in the wing. He put up $2 million. I put up 150.
Mr. Kapopoulos, that's a big difference.
The biggest difference is his check cleared. I'm glad he's going to be here because as trustee of the Gonzaga Alumni Fund, I want to ask him for a small donation.
Now, Mr. Kapopoulos, please don't embarrass Mr. Crosby while he's a guest in my house. That must be him. Dean! Dean! He's here, Dean!
I'm here to see Kenny Lane.
Yes, I'm his mother. How do you do?
Oh, howdy. Oh, say, incidentally, there's a brown bedroll out there in the driveway with a rope around it.
Yeah, it's my daughter's.
Oh, thank heavens. I thought I'd run over a hippie.
The monk joke was funnier.
Well, you got on first.
Hey, Bing, how about the rehearsing?
Oh, no, first I've got a big surprise for you. Look who is here.
Crosmopolis? Capopolis?
What's going on? What's he talking about?
I don't know, but don't get the Greeks angry or they'll cut off my supply of olives.
Wouldn't want that.
Don't you remember me? We were both varsity little lettermen. You in football, me in cheerleading. G-O-N-Z-A-G-A. G-O-N-Z-A-G-A. G-O-N-Z.
Good thing he didn't go to Kalamazoo.
Are you all right, Mr. Capopolis?
Hey, Bing, if he's your best cheerleader, I'd hate to see the homecoming queen.
Oh, she was.
But as a fellow alumnus, I want you to make a small donation to build the Gonzaga Bing Crosby Greek Memorial Outdoor Theater.
Well, I'd be glad to contribute a threepence. How much you want?
For you, very little. $7 million.
$7 million? I haven't been hit that hard by a Greek since Agnew hit me with his T-shirt.
Look, as one Greek to another, $5 million.
I want to tell you something. I think you got me confused with the real Gonzaga Gipper. That was Euripides Crosmopolis. I never got in a football game. 4 years of football, I only took one shower.
And even that was in the girls' locker room.
Why'd you forget my minor was comparative anatomy?
Then, you're not Greek?
Oh, Mr. Capopolis, you've made a no-asses of yourself.
Thank you. Hey, that's our show for tonight. Thanks for looking in. And I want to thank all my wonderful guests for being with me. Let's see what's on the old swizzle stick this week. A pirate girl named Celeste sailed the world from east to west. She came to my house in a see-through blouse and revealed her treasure chest.